Hold up. Hold up. Before you say, oh my god, this guy's a perfect, oh my god. Hold on, this show is actually really, really good. If you were to, like, pay attention to everything besides the boobs, it is an amazing show. It reminds you of, like, a show like Naruto. It's probably one of my favorite animes to watch, to binge watch. It's really that good. You know how I am when it comes to storytelling, right? I am just the storytelling king. But I'm just going to discuss, everything, review it, how great it is, etc. So the first arc, it really just begins with, like, introducing the characters. All the characters are endearing. They're great. I love them all. Almost, actually, all of them are good. You want to hate the villains. You want to like the good guys. I don't know the name of the person who made this, but he knows what he's doing. Storytelling wise, he knows what he's doing. So Issei meets a girl. Don't remember what name she used, but her name is Rainier, her fallen angel name. And it's really good at first. And then, they're on their date, etc., etc. And then, bang, Rainier kills him. And he sits there, begging. Still thinking about the Jublies. Still thinking about them. Which is good enough to get him revived into a demon. Which is a funny sight to see. Again, you should watch this. It's really hilarious. It's really serious. It's a tearjerker. It'll get you to cry. Literally, it made me cry several times, like maybe 2 or 3 times. Of course, throughout the series, Issei would then go on to meet a girl named Asia, or as they once said in the in the show, Asia, because that's how you spell her name. You spell it like the country. I don't know why, it just did. I wonder if they had that trouble in the studio. Like, how do you pronounce this girl's name? Is it Asia? Asia. Whoops. But, of course, the fallen angel right there kidnaps Asia, fuck. My bad. And then, Issei gets a boost in his sacred gear, which is something he has, and a lot of the other characters do, actually, several of them. But only him and one other character named Volley get a better, an awesome version, ultimate version, as I want to say they're the best versions. Maybe I'm wrong. And Issei one-shots this fucking bird. And then we get this great, huge emotional scene with Issei just crying over Asia's dead body, begging to have her back. And he does get her back. I'm not going to say how, but he does get her back. Of course, the next arc, we meet this douchebag named Riser. The arc starts off the weirdest way possible, so you're just going to have to watch it to find out. It's great. It's very cringy, but funny and weird at the same time. It's something you're like, I don't want to look at this, but at the same time, maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, guys, we get a nice little interaction between Issei and Riser right in the beginning, but hey, look, the pug's in here. But still, it's a nice little interaction there. Pretty funny the way Riser just rubs something in, and Issei something he says he'll never have. I'm not gonna, I'm gonna try to spoil this as little as possible. Then there's this huge training montage, which proves that Issei actually cares about being, about Rias and wanting her around him. Not just for the Jublies, by the way. He actually has feelings, because Rias is a nice person. Also very scary. I'll have to explain that later. But he actually trains. He actually busts his ass, try to give Rias, not to make sure Rias doesn't go into slavery as a slave wife. Pretty much is what I'm getting out of this. And the fight, Issei does really well. It has a weird technique, but it's very comedic. But and Issei, he doesn't stop fighting Riser. He just keeps going. Like, he shows that anime trope of, like, he's not just a pervert. He cares about people. He's not gonna let some douchebag take his friend against her will. And he proved that. Even though he pretty much lost the fight, he proved that he wasn't just gonna sit there and let it happen. And then he's in recovery, etc. The wedding is going on between Riser and Rias until Issei decides, you know what, I'm going to give up my arm to this thing, to the dragon or demon, whatever you want to call it, in his left hand. And he uses this power to beat the shit out of Riser. Yes, he destroys him. Riser gets a little offense, and Issei actually beats him. There's a lot of other things Issei does, like using angelic items, but still. And you get the first kiss out of many in this series, and there's a lot more after season 4 in the manga or light novel, whichever one it is. I'm not sure, but it's real. It really and it shows, like, later on in the series, you think, oh man, are they going to get together? Which they don't. It's explained a lot later that Issei thought this was a thank you kiss, not a I love you kiss. And I'll explain why later, but this actually shows off a lot of things. Throughout the beginning of Season 2, beginning and the middle of Season 2, Issei, you know, we get a lot of sexual stuff. Very funny, seeing the reactions. Issei gets a holy sword. Does he use it? Hardly, but it's still pretty cool. We also get a backstory into Kiba, which is an amazing thing. It made me actually think he was going to be like a big villain in this series. Didn't happen, and I'm not mad about it. But I really thought he was going to be like, you know, Aizen from Bleach, where he would create his own group of like rogue angels, rogue fallen angels, and rogue demons, just, you know, that actually didn't turn into a monster. You know, strong people. I thought that would happen. I thought it would be really cool, but it didn't happen, and I'm kind of sad, but still kind of happy at what happened. But it's a really endearing backstory. It makes you feel for the guy. Which this show has a lot of emphasis on its characters. It delves into each character's backstory, and for a harem, it actually has a lot of great guy characters, too. We meet our first major villain that the heroes might die, and that's a fallen angel leader, Kokobile, which you're just gonna have to see it to find out. It's really good. Then afterwards, we get a huge backstory. Well, not really a backstory for Akino. That happens before this, but then we get like a little date with Issei and Akino. I'm pretty sure that's the beginning of Season 3, end of Season 2, one of the two. It's a really cute scene. We actually see Akino not being seductive as she usually is. It's a huge character flip. She's actually acting like a wife to Issei. It's really cute. It's really amazing. So yeah, it is probably the best mini thing in this series to me. Seeing the date between Issei and Akino, and you know, a kiss again, another kiss. Slap it on there! Slap it on there! Just, oh wait, we haven't had a kiss in a while. Bang! Slap it on there! But still, it is very nice to see, since I think Akino is best girl. And then we get everyone's favorite anime trope. Issei is battling, I don't remember his name, but he's a really strong guy, and he sends Asya to this dimensional gap where she is said to be ripped into shreds, meaning she dies, but not really. So, and Issei kind of loses it and uses a transformation that he cannot control. The coolest thing in the series, and something that I think a lot of people want to see again. Issei just losing it whenever he can't control something like that, where he like his eyes shit turn green, and like he can't really know, he doesn't know what he's doing. He's like says a rehashment of trying to use this form, which is called the Juggernaut Drive, and he like was ripping his arm off. The amount of blood that came out of this dude's arm when he ripped it off was a lot, and I love it. It just proves that this series can go from sexual to gory like that. And, like, of course there are tits hanging out in the scene because the fucking clothes are made out of sand, of, like, paper. It's like, beep. Hold on. I actually have paper. It's like... Is this thing on? Yeah, it's on. Is it? Yeah, it's on. But back to what I was saying. There's this part in the series where you meet a guy named Loki. Don't know if he's canon or not, but the last 3 or 4 episodes of Season 3 are just the worst fucking thing I've ever seen in anime, which made this, for me, I have like a little tier list of anime. This made it went from a high B to a low B like that. It is just so fucking awful. And then we'll come to find out doing research what happened. It's non-canon, which is the major reason why we had a studio switch between seasons 3 and 4 because of these last 3 or 4 episodes that involve Loki, Eos versus Rias. It's not good. It's not canon. The creator had no control over it, and that's why we had a studio switch, because the creator didn't like what they did. It is awful. I don't like it. It's bad, and if you like it, please tell me why. And I'm not even gonna. But once you get past the Juggernaut Drive stuff in Season 3, just skip to Season 4. Yes, like so. Of course, back to the studio switch. Now, I do like the original a lot better, but the new one's not bad. It looks good. I like it. The One Punch Man and HighSchool DxD studio switches were not bad. I like them both. I do. Even though the darker aspects is a lot better for this show, it's fine. It really is. And if I'm pretty sure a studio switch is happening again for season 5 just because a lot of people didn't like this, which is why it's taken us so long to get it. Even though rumors are saying fall 2020, which, holy shit, if that's the case, I'm so ready. I'm going to binge watch the hell out of that. Like, oh my god, I love HighSchool DxD. I'm sorry. But it's not bad, guys. It's not bad. And it's really not that bad. It doesn't ruin it. Everything's fine. They're not glitching out or anything. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But Season 4 does start off with Episode 0, which is pretty much a rehash for... we're playing with Ploy. I have dogs. And it's a rehash of what happened in the Juggernaut Drive, because guess what? The Loki thing isn't canon. Stop it. So... And the reason why they did this is because HighSchool DxD Season 3 came out in 2015, and Season 4 came out in 2018. That's a huge 3-year gap. Even though it's not as long as what other people have, like the 5-year gap, 5 to 6 year gap between One Punch Man Season 1 and 2. Still, I'm glad they did this for people, because I'm pretty sure Season 4 was what everybody was, going in new. Again, it looks good. Of course, we get the rehash, then we have the whole... high school games, Olympic Games type thing. Not Olympic Games, but And of course, they do their thing. Issei and Asuya have another great moment, and then bang! Hold on. I missed the button! And boom, Asuya kisses Issei. Fucking finally. Unless you were watching Season 3, I think in the non-canon portion, or she did it then. So yeah. There's that. Okay, and it's a great scene. In episode 0, it's really nice to see this. The reason why I say it's non-canon because this is the exact same thing that happened in Season 3, except a different area, which is why I think that part is non-canon. But we won't know. All I know is that whole Loki vs. Rias thing is not canon, so... Which really ruined the series for me for a little bit, but it's fine. But it was a really nice thing. We get off to it. Issei and his whole class are going off to Kyoto, Japan, etc. Rias gives them these things which allows devils to go into these holy temples and all that so they don't die. So there, it's Issei, Asuya, Zenobia. I even forgot to mention Zenobia and Irina, which are two of the best characters in the series. I'll explain them in a little bit. But I think a guy named Azazel. Again, another great character. He reminds you of Kakashi or Jiraiya. He's that mentor character. And he's not bad, he's great. He makes subtle, hilarious references. And there's a woman MILF character named Rosvisa. Again, she's there. I'm pretty sure she's there just to fill space. I don't know, I'm just kidding. But anyway, of course, then Issei and Asuya, Asuya comes in Issei's room, which is actually pretty shit compared to everybody else's. I don't know why, but... I'm sure they explain it, I just didn't care. I was just laughing my ass off because of Issei's reaction. But, of course, Asuya says you want to play cards, etc. And then, Rosvisa, who's a teacher, tries to trample him down, says, Asuya, get away from there, or something like that. And then Issei just grabs her, puts her in the closet. Actually, it wasn't Rosvisa, it was Issei's friends. I'm sorry, puts her in the closet. They have a moment. And, of course, this is the first time where I've seen that Issei was actually willing to kiss someone back. Not that shocked look. He actually goes for it. He fucking goes for it. Holy shit. Which proves you he likes Asuya a lot more than Rias. Ding, 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 ding. The Asuya lovers. There you go. Issei actually kissed Asuya first. Willingly. Instead of, oh, you kissed me. I'm shocked. He actually goes for it in this one. Which is nice. I wasn't expecting it. I know, so I'm like, you son of a bitch! Of course, we get the whole Kyoto thing again. I should get off this screen. It's very lewd. And so, it is... Then we get the whole Kyoto thing. Issei unlocks new powers because of Rias's jubblies. And then we go on to it, the next arc, the final arc so far. And, these are very... We have a moment between Issei and Rias where Rias is visibly not okay with Issei, because Issei, of course... it's very stage of depression. Nobody sees it. Nobody, actually, a lot of people see it. It's because of Rainier, actually, and thank God I found a picture that was. Oh no, I can't show that. Oh no, I can't show that. No, you bitch, I can't show it. Oh. If we could find why I can't show that, good job to you. Good job. I can't show that. I gotta put a giant censor bar there. Hold on. Sorry about that. It's small, but I had to fucking censor it. I didn't even see it. Like, that's the worst part. When I was like working on this like slideshow, I got this photo. I looked all over it. I was like, okay, good. There's no titties on this. But nope, there's a fucking nipple on there. Fucking Asya. Why did you have to be in the worst spot? Oh, sorry about that. Back to what I was saying. Like, it explains why he hasn't made a move on any of these girls throughout the entire series, even though they're just leaping at him. Just over and over leaping at him, why he just refuses to do it. It's because of what happened with him and Rainier, that he's literally afraid that these girls are going to kill him or break his heart like Rainier did. That is the whole thing. Akeno, Zenobia, Konako, Asya. First it was Akeno, Asya, and Konako, just there to heal him. They are all they're healers, etc. They were trying to heal his heart. And it is a very emotional scene for how lewd it is. Like, oh my god, if you could, get away from all the nudity, it is a very emotional scene. It really, really is. It shows that these characters actually love and care for Issei, and Issei just needs to get away from that demon that demon in his closet. Let's just say that he needs to get away from it. And that censor bar there, everyone's gonna be like, "Wait, what? Oh, there was!" Like that censor bar. That fucking. I'm sorry, but yeah, and so it goes from serious to comedic real quick. As soon as Issei's done. People walk in as usual. They get naked. Go fucking pile top on it. And that's where Zenobia. That's why Zenobia's in the picture. They literally healed his heart, which it's good storytelling. Really good storytelling. Of course, afterwards we get the rating game between Rias and God. What was his name? Brachial. I think. Don't quote me on that. It's B kill something. Barkiel, something like that. I don't know. I haven't watched the series in months, but it's still really good. And of course, Issei finally says, "I love you, Rias," and all that good stuff. And then he confesses to her at a club thing. And finally, we get the second time Issei has kissed a girl by himself, but this time it was Rias. Rias, you're his second. Asya was his first. Suck it. But what was a really nice end to season 4 was that all the characters slammed in, and even the guys, what was his name? Gasper, the trap of the series, which I forgot to mention, and forgot to put down, but Gasper, again, he says, way to go, Issei, and all that good stuff. Kiba's like, yeah, I'm good. I don't want to be Issei's lover, which I thought was really funny and really interesting to put there. Like, yeah, sorry, Issei, Kiba shippers, you're not getting what you want, and it's not even in the light novel yet either. So, and all the other girls are like, yeah, that's not gonna stop us from taking Issei. And Reese is like, well, you give us a privacy. And it's a really nice end to season 4. Now we just have to wait for season 5, where shit gets fucking real in season 5. I don't know if it's gonna be the first part of season 5 or the last part of season 5, but shit gets real in season 5, for real. Shit gets real. Really does, because there's death in there, suicide, suicide attempts are in there, thoughts of suicide. It's not. Season 5 is fucking crazy, and you light novel readers know what the hell I'm talking about. Now, now for the characters. Issei, again, he's a lovable main character. He actually wants to have a harem, unlike every other harem main protagonist. He wants a harem, and hey, he gets lucky. And now we have his best friends. Oh no, why? Why do you have to be here? Sorry about that. That means nothing. But his best friends, amazing comic relief. These guys are a lot better in the English dub than in the English sub. So much better. Especially the bald guy. His voice is amazing, especially in Season 4, where he just, like, spits rhymes. I'll bust a cap and that bust his ass. Probably, there was one time where another girl, don't remember his name, was having a, like, sightseeing contest with, like, the thighs, butt, tits, and dick, and, like, with the guy with the glasses. It was weird because she can do it, he can do it. She already says, curvature. And, okay, this is contradicting, but she says his package is, very, flamboyant, if we might say, but Zenobia says Zenobia in Season 4 says it's not. So, who do we believe? I don't know. I don't know. Can we get some insight, please? Rias, of course, you might think, oh, Rias is just a weak character. She's not. She's actually very scary and can hold her own. Very strong. Actually, Issei is probably the weakest member out of everybody, besides Asya. Issei is probably the weakest member, which is why he's always getting his ass handed to him, just protecting everybody. Akano, the definition of ada, if you know what I'm saying. But, of course, again, she can go from seductive to loving really quick. She has proven time and time again that, you know, she cares for not just Issei, but everybody in the club. There was even a moment where everyone thought Issei died because a fucking Cerberus grabbed him and just, like, put his tooth straight through his chest, and everybody was pissed. And again, another tearjerker moment. Jesus Christ, I'm wanting to watch the show again. But, again, it is not that bad. It is not that bad of a show. Please watch it. It is so good. But it literally shows her visibly crying, seeing Issei dead. So, everybody was crying. Okay? So, just imagine Issei really dead. But again, she also has a big, deep backstory in the first 4 seasons. It explains why she hates her fallen angel part of herself. It explains all of that, why she hates it, why she hates being a thunder priest or whatever. But it explains all of that, and it's really good. Again, we have Koneko, the tsundere loli cat girl, Neko. How many stereotypes could you fit in this one girl? She should be best girl, but no, let's talk now. she's second best, okay? Second best, it's okay. And of course, her backstory, of course, why she doesn't like the whole cat stuff. She explains all that. After she reveals her secret to Issei, she becomes more open to him, more loving to him. And, of course, the whole thing in the light novel, like, it's really weird between these two. Their relationship gets delved into even more in the light novel. Hasn't even been touched in the first 4 seasons. Probably Season 6 or Season 7 by the time we get really deep into these two's relationship. But just stay tuned. Just stay with it. Next up, again, we've already talked about Kiba, but then Kiba, a great character. Like, at first, Issei hates the guy, but then these two become, like, brothers. Like, these two, like, Kiba is really cool I thought he was going to be like the Sasuke or Vegeta, like where he starts off as good or just a dick in general. He just wants to do his own thing. But no, he's a really good guy. He does what is best for both Rias and everybody else. And he just does what he does. Then we got Asio. What's not said about her except that she is really innocent and like when you have somebody so innocent trying to seduce somebody, it is the cutest thing ever. She does her damnedest to do so. And he says like, no. It's really nice. It's really cute to see her just like, her being herself, innocent as always compared to everybody else trying to seduce the main character. It's really cute. And her backstory, again, really good. Now, a lot of people like to make fun of her for the fact that she's got big elephant ears or monkey ears, whatever people say that hate this chick. I love her. I love Asya. She's amazing. She's an amazing character like everyone in this show. Then we got Zenobia. I picked this picture for a specific reason because it's actually from the show, and it's great comic relief. It's great. It's amazing. So pretty much what happens is like Zenobia first of all wants to collect the Excalibur, etc. And of course, you know, once we find out that God is dead, yes, God is dead in this show, she ends up becoming a devil. That's pretty much what's going on. We haven't dwelled too deep into her backstory just yet. I don't think it's hit that in the light novel yet, which is strange. I'm hoping that'll happen eventually, but probably not, considering how far it is so far. Considering the light novel has now hit its second series. Yeah, HighSchool DxD has ended in the light novel and it's gone into a new series. I don't remember what it's called. HighSchool DxD something. Or something HighSchool DxD. It's one of the two. I'll have to look it up later. But, again, her pretty much in the remainder of Season 2, after that arc with Kokabeel and all that, she's pretty much just trying to have Issei's child. And she's still doing that Season 3 and 4! That's pretty much the funniest thing about this character. Probably a character that needs more fleshing out when it comes to character development. But still, I see a lot of good things come from this character. Her and Issei's interactions with each other, that are not serious, are pretty damn funny. So there's that. And now we have Irina, who the person who makes this show. Can we just, keep her with her hair down? She looks a lot better than that. She is an angel. She becomes an angel, of course. Devils use chess pieces. Angels use a deck of cards. She is an ace. I don't know how good that is or what. But, of course, her whole thing is that, she doesn't want to become a fallen angel, but, Zenobia always hey, there's these right there, you want to do it? Again, we haven't seen too much of her backstory, but, of course, her backstory will come later on when her and Issei go on to a little date later on in the light novel. And guess what? She's the childhood friend. More stereotypes! Of course, then we got Ross Feisite, and Jesus Christ, this is not a good picture, I know, but, kind of couldn't help it since the first thing I fucking saw was lewd photos of this chick. You are some dirty pigs. You and your MILFs. Now, again, I don't know much about this character except, she's a very strict character. She was only brought because I think it was Zeus. No, it wasn't Zeus. It was Odin. It was Odin. God. It was Odin she was assistant to Odin, of course, and that's pretty much it. And then she was left by Odin. She became a devil. So, yeah, there's that. And we haven't gotten too much in her backstory just yet, but I'm pretty sure her and Issei go on a date. Pretty sure that's illegal. But, considering her age and Issei's age, yeah. But we don't know much about this character. Probably one of my least favorite characters, but still pretty good. But all around, this show should literally be, a shonen anime. This should be classified as a Shonen Jump anime. Or Shonen Jump manga. That is how good this is. The only reason why it's not is because, 1, titties, 2, their genres. But it's a battle anime nonetheless. I don't see why that should exempt it from it. And I know Shonen Jump's trying to appeal to teenage, and this is appealing to a different kind of teenager, mostly adults. But, yeah, but that's how I see it. If I was the head of Shonen Jump, I'd be calling up this dude, hey, you wanna join Shonen? You want your anime to join Shonen Jump? I'm sure he'd say yes, because holy shit, that would be amazing. If this thing got that much exposure like these other animes did, I think this would be a lot of people's favorites. Honestly, now this show is really good. Now, I'm giving this thing so much praise. The only disappointment in this is the non-canon stuff in season 3, and that wasn't even the creator's fault. That was the studio's at the time. But, yeah, this is really good. I can't wait for Season 5 whenever it drops. I'm pretty sure late 2020, early 2021. Dear God, please let it be this year. I hope the first episode drops on my birthday. That'd be the best birthday present ever. Oh, thank you! Thank you, studios! But anyway, guys, this is the Catic One. I hope you changed your mind on this show if you hated it first. This is the Catic One saying, peace.